Jennifer, as a member of the steering group for this project, what have you found most interesting about this first seminar so far?
I found it really interesting that we've taken a broad look at the concept of intervention. So many of us, including myself, have looked at it very narrowly from a legal perspective, and it's defined in a very precise way. And this gives us the opportunity to look at the various types of intervention that can occur, and especially the different types of actors engaged in intervention. So that's what I've enjoyed, the chance to rethink that and not be confined by my own disciplinary boundaries.
And you don't think it's an artificial attempt to put together all the different things that might be classed as intervention into the same conceptual framework? Because we're obviously trying to reconceptualize international intervention. Do you think is that going to work?
I think it remains to be seen, but I think it's worth attempting, especially given that we're moving into an era in which military force is less prominent, and so traditional forms of intervention will likely not occur, but also because I think people in target societies, if you will, perceive intervention differently. And so actions which are maybe not through military means, but through political or economic or even cultural means, are perceived as interference or intervention. So we need to reconceptualize.
And you made a very interesting point in the panel session this morning about that it would be very interesting to look at how different actors get their authority for intervention and to what extent that is changing.
Yes. I mean, if we start from the very simple point that intervention is about stepping in to alter something, it assumes that the local actor cannot do it himself or herself. And so there needs to be a reason for that action from the outside. And so on what basis do actors intervene? Is it because they know more, they have information, they have expertise, they have legitimacy, they are close by, so they understand better than more remote actors? What's it based on? And I think that is probably a very good question to use to organize some of the analysis, but as you suggested, to also ask how it's changing. Because I think the authority of actors in the past may have been eroded, may have been compromised, particularly when we look at humanitarian actors or military actors. So we need to check back in on those sources of authority.